Grade 9. The question before us has tasked us with the instruction to sketch the graph of y equals to 2x minus 6. Now, before we can get into the question, the task at hand, allow me to share with you some of the actualities that you should be well knowledgeable about. I hold the view that the school is under the obligation to carry the burden of fulfilling the goal of ensuring that all learners achieve level 7 in natural sciences, mathematics, and other subjects. But from where I'm standing, observation tells me that your educators are failing to ensuring that you achieve level 7 in your subjects, in mathematics, in natural sciences, and other subjects. Because from term 1 to term 2, it would appear that many of you have been failing to achieve better marks, if not a level 7. And it is therefore imperative that whenever you are studying, you should engage NETA in your activity of studying, to making sure that NETA is able to help you achieve a level 7 in mathematics, natural sciences, and other subjects. Because you should be conscious to the actuality that your educators are failing to ensure that you achieve better marks and a level 7 in your subjects. NETA is therefore here to stop that nonsense from ever happening. Now let us engage in the task at hand. We are asked to sketch the graph of, and we're given the equation of the graph. Now, whenever you are given an equation of the graph and asked to sketch the graph, there are two criteria that you must always be aware of. And the two criteria is the criterion of the x-intercept and the y-intercept. These are the two criteria that are needed for you to draw the graph. Now, how do we calculate the x-intercept? The first thing that happens when you calculate the x-intercept is that you say the x-int, and then you indicate that whenever you calculate the x-intercept, your y is always substituted by 0 from the given equation of the graph. Now, you should substitute your y by 0 and solve for x, because x is the variable, the unknown variable that is left. And then when you do that, you get the value of 3. Now, the same thing happens when you find the criterion of y-intercept. Int is the abbreviation of intercept, and then x equals to 0. You indicate that, and then you substitute x with 0. That is how you find the y-intercept, and you find that your y-intercept equals to -6. Now, these are the two very most important criteria that are needed for you to draw the graph. From our calculations, it was determined that x equals to 3. Our x-intercept is 3, and then our y-intercept was established to be -6. Now, your x equals to 3 is this point, and your y equals to -6 is this point. And what you do is you just simply join the 2 points by a straight line, and then you would have created your graph. This is how simple this activity of drawing the graph is. And then this is your graph. And from the graph, this point, which is the x is equals to 3, this is the point where the graph intersects with the x-axis. And this is what we call the x-intercept. And this is the point where the graph intersects with the y-axis. This is what we call the y-intercept. Now, it is therefore clear that whenever you draw the graph, you need the y-intercept and the x-intercept in order to draw your graph of y equals to 2x minus 6. And from the equation of the graph, one thing is clear. You can see that this constant number always is indicative of the y-intercept. It always represents the y-intercept, and this one is a representation of the gradient of the graph. But in our instance of drawing the graph, the gradient is not really important when you are given when you're given the equation of the graph. Now, if you have missed anything or you might not have understood anything during the course of the lesson, please address all of your confusions and all of your difficulties to our WhatsApp study session, where we will be studying with you so that we can be able to push you on the level, we can push your performances on the level where you will be satisfied. It cannot be that you have teachers, but the nonsense of failing from one term to another is happening, and they're just folding their arms and doing nothing about it, claiming that you are not, that your mind is incapable of understanding math, while your mind is capable if it is under the hands of the right people, which is NETA.